Hey, welcome back.
Back.
Nee Fee Brotherhood. As you can see, we're in a construction
Yeah,
zone.
we're under construction, guys.
Soon to be the home.
The home of Nee and Fee in the future.
All right. Well, before we get started, let's.
Now, what is this? I'm not even sure what this is.
It's White Claw. Me and Giovanni got
Cheers.
Broken Skull, little Steve Austin brew.
Is this like a Raz Seltzer vodka?
You never had White Claw before?
No, it's my first one. I'm de-virginized.
What the hell? You like it?
Still a Bud Light guy. Well, I'm not gonna waste it.
Oh, it's probably more alcohol than Bud Light.
I'll shotgun it.
Christ. All right, so
welcome back, our mixer.
We had our producer
our mixologist.
again. Our mixologist.
Mr. G.O. Von A.
Yeah.
Back in the house.
He's back.
Back in the basement.
Yeah, he's got it set up nice.
Nice.
4K.
Yes, sir. 4 double Z.
4D.
Triple
36
D.
triple D.
We're triple D. Coming at you.
All right, well, let's talk about the Limp Bizkit.
The Limp Bizkit. I'm not sure if everybody heard or not, or if anybody's interested, but the Limp Bizkit fans out there, they are winning. They are winning that court case. They are winning the litigation against the record company, which I don't remember the name. I want to say it's Roadrunner, but I'm not positive on that. But, you know, they signed an unbelievably bad contract, probably one of the worst in the industry, and they have not been paid since, if you guys are fans, if you're not fans, there's a George Michael song called Faith. They covered it. This is years ago. This goes back to what do you call that era? Sort of metal, new metal NU.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's new metal. They called it with, I guess,
Papa
Roach and all those bands, and whatever, goth,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. And they haven't been paid since those days on the original contract they signed. So all their money, all their income comes from touring and merch sold, which is ridiculous. So we're talking somewhere between, well, they're saying $375 million owed, between $375 to $450 million. That is friggin' ridiculous. Well, here's the fucking difficult part for the band. They signed the contract. Somebody can present you a contract. You owe everything to us. And if you don't read it, hey, you owe everything. So it's a preliminary victory. We don't know if it'll be upheld. Obviously, it's going to be challenged in court. And maybe this will settle out of court, but that's a lot of money. That's that's to be ripped off that bad for a band that was that successful.
Yeah.
That is really, really bad, man. So hopefully they get their money. I don't think they will. You signed it. Go fuck yourself, basically.
Yeah. How many young bands, though, does that happen to?
Oh, my God.
Probably a ton.
That's where I go. I told you about the, I don't know how many episodes ago, if you guys remember Lizzie Grubman. And I know that name from Howard Stern. And she was one of those kind of like Paris Hilton chicks. Came out of a bar drinking. She hit somebody, ran somebody. Some got a property damage, and she went off because her father's a bigwig. Well, her father's specialty is going after record companies legally and changing contracts to a more fair to their client that he represents. And he's not the only one, but he literally went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for really getting back so much money for these bands. I don't know why Limp Bizkit couldn't go that route or didn't know to go that route. They just trusted their record company, which do not trust anybody in a professional music business.
It's a fucked up business.
It's a terrible business.
I think the whole entertainment business.
Absolutely. Acting, what we were talking about earlier, SAG card, what people try to do to get their SAG card.
Yeah.
Just to get, healthcare and anything. It's ruthless and never enough. There's so much money. They refuse to give it to the artist or young actor, actresses, or whomever, voice actors. It's a terrible. You have to fight and claw for hundreds of millions of dollars, and you can't spread it around.
Yeah,
all right. Good job,
I even have a friend of mine. He's a magician, but he's been since high school in L.A., California, and everywhere.
Right.
He tells stories like the business is
terrible,
so fucking weird.
Because I'm sure he has a manager, right, and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he says like the parties are just
ridiculous.
Yeah, he mentions names of Now this is a long time ago. This is before the Epstein and Diddy and
Is it before social media?
yes,
Too? It is.
yes,
Can you imagine?
yeah. He mentioned a few big named entertainers
Yeah.
that were complete freaks. Well, I'm
Wow.
not gonna say,
Yeah.
and I
We
won't
weren't
say
there.
his
We
name,
weren't there.
but yeah. So the whole business is crazy.
Absolutely. And the casting couch was definitely real. You know.
That's what we need to do. We need to
We need to cast
maybe
a
have
couch.
a female sidekick that does like the weather.
Absolutely. Topless.
You need to get a casting couch.
The Russian news. Audition in the basement. Oh,
We'll
man.
nail a swing,
Absolutely.
a sex swing to her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
And here with the weather
this
is
online, and we'll just
Kitty
say,
May.
We'll say it's AI. It's not even real. It's AI boobies.
Yeah, green screen.
Green screen boobs. Ta-da!
So,
I gotta ask you a question too.
Yeah.
You guys are obviously more professional as far as a band than we were, in my experience. Did you have any kind of contract negotiations, or did you guys even think about it, or did you ever think about publishing as a band and who wrote what, and who like a business deal for the band you were in?
We had some songs though that we did the rights or the copyrights.
Yeah.
You have
publishing.
you got to record. You got to send it in along with some other information. I don't remember. This is 1980 something.
Right.
We had a few managers, but
Professional
never.
or
Yeah, but they were, but we had never had anything in writing with them.
Gotcha.
So, did they get a little cut of something? You know, I'm sure, but and if there was something in writing, I never saw it.
Okay.
Which who cares?
That's what I mean. But did you guys have a deal? Hey, we're splitting our publishing 5 ways, 6 ways, whatever the amount, or it's whoever wrote the song. That's the majority of the publishing.
Yeah, we never got to that. No, we never got that far.
I think that's the big mistake, because you're not thinking, well, because all the rehearsing you did, all the work you did in your look, your sound, and everything. Why wouldn't you make a deal? Hey, guys, I mean, I know we're 20 or 19, 18, whatever the case may be. Listen, I'm not sharing. If a song's a hit and I wrote it, I'm not sharing the rights. Or, guys, we're in this together. You're going to get your cut, your cut, your cut, your cut.
I got to say, I don't ever remember having a conversation like that.
Too young?
I don't know. I just don't remember that even coming up. At all.
I think the age and any success you have is more geared toward the stereotypical side of rock and roll than it is the monetary, like the legal monetary. Yeah. And I think that's what breaks up bands early, or that's what caused resentment over the years of a band that becomes successful. Yeah. And then they get a little more, and then obviously they have a touring thing, and they're on MTV, or they're out there, they're professionally signed. Hey, who's getting the money for this? I wrote the song. Then it becomes the argument.
Right.
Hey, I played this little hi-hat thing, the drums. That's part of the publishing.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember having that conversation. It was all what girl's gonna be at what club.
I think that's every band.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember having that conversation ever.
Did you guys ever become friends with anybody that was professionally signed?
Yeah, Steelheart. Yeah.
Probably wouldn't know their band.
Yeah. Speaking of Steelheart, I just saw some clips on TikTok of Mike.
Mike M?
Yep.
Lead singer?
On the Monsters of Rock cruise.
Oh, okay.
And he's doing some acoustic thing.
Just him. So everybody's out.
Everybody's out. He's getting all the money.
I think Tesla's on that cruise.
Tesla, and some other people. And he's trying. You could see he wants to go to those notes, but he just can't do it anymore, which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's a 20-year-old's game.
He still has, a good voice.
He's got pipes,
but he was really flat in a couple of spots. And I got to say, as long as I've known them, and many times I've seen them, I've never heard him go flat. Wow. The dude is like
a You think he was tuned down? Or you think he was an A440?
No, because I think what it was is he wanted to try and reach those notes somewhat.
I'll Never Let You Go?
No, he was, what was he playing? Eileen.
Oh.
And I think he wanted to, and I get that, because your adrenaline is pumping, you're in front of people.
The crowd's going.
Yeah. Everybody knew the song.
Nice.
And I just think he just came up a little flat, and I was shocked. I've never seen that from him.
Well, did you go to the Oyster Festival one?
I didn't. No.
So I was there. He definitely, I think it's the last song was "I'll Never Let You Go," Angel Eyes,
Of course.
and there, but not there. You know what I mean? Like he hit it, but it wasn't "Never Let You Go." It wasn't that high note. It was, he was there.
Yeah.
And then of the past, he hit probably a couple of seconds at the most of it, in which it looked like, and I'm only basing it when can't really tell. I don't have perfect pitch, so but when a basses have to turn down, those strings are floppy, and it looked like they were really floppy on stage that night. So he with a tune down,
he's tuning everything down.
Yeah, tuned down to hit the note. Still couldn't really hit the
So.
note. So. But it was impressive though, and everybody wanted him to. And that's what they were there. So when he finally did hit the note, so
he hits it, but he can't sustain it.
He cannot sustain it.
Look, man,
people were cheering though. They were definitely in his corner.
Just the fact that he was ever able to hit those high 100%. C's and like, dude, what? You out of your goddamn mind?
Yeah, they have a thing. It's another YouTube channel. Vocalist, opera coach, vocalist reacts.
Yes,
and
I
then
saw
it's
that.
Steelheart's,
I saw that. Yeah,
and she's like,
her
eyes like shaking. Like, how does he do it?
I just saw one for Disturbed, Sound of Silence.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
that's a good one.
Yeah, and the woman was just freaking out.
Yeah, that a dude can do that,
especially when he gets into that very growly.
Absolutely.
Voice. He's been all over TikTok.
Have you seen the news for them?
I don't know.
Chicago?
Go ahead.
Oh, this is a beauty, bro. So they have a real cool pyro show in the, and it's like, when it's chromed out towers, for whatever the reason, that's where the pyro is going.
Okay.
And it goes up too high. They're at the Chicago Arena, Bulls Arena. They burn all the Jordan banners.
I did hear about
championship banners.
I heard about
everything's singed. Like you can barely see the basketball.
I heard about it. That's fucking
and
nuts.
Like, my bad.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't burn the place down. Like
they didn't burn the place down,
so.
But yeah. Well, but my God, to do that damage in that city, for that team, and they've had other incidents too with that pyro.
Jesus, you got to be on stage, see that, and you're like, oh God, here goes the profits.
Yeah, we're paying for all this.
Yeah. Sell 1,000 more T-shirts to pay 100%. For this one.
So we have the famous pyro T-shirts on sale at the end of the arena. Thank you. For
burn down the house that Jordan built.
Oh, last song of the night. It was burning down the house. Talking heads as they burn down the house.
So since our last episode,
yes, sir,
I've gotten so many people reaching out on TikTok.
No, are they positive or negative or?
Well, positive.
Okay.
I don't know if I told you there are a lot of call girls, a lot of escorts.
But what do they want us to do?
It's just like, oh, I love the show. Where are you located? Where do you record from? So I tell them tri-state area.
Nice. They don't even know about the Casa Couch in there. They're ready.
Not yet. We don't have it yet, but I have a list of people to call once that happens. Yeah. And it's always like, where? I'm like, close to Manhattan.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking tell you where I am.
The address.
They're like, oh. One says, oh, I'm in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Aren't you?
I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, I live. And she gave me the condo complex.
Work at the hospital.
And, of course, I looked it up, and it, a real place.
Right.
And she's like, oh, we should get together. And I was like, I said, I'm too old for you.
Yeah.
And then, she comes out. She says, well, I'm a escort.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, I'm not going to pay any woman for sex.
Nothing.
So I never did. I never felt the need to.
Did she pull her subscription? How dare you?
No, we got maybe 100 more followers.
Based on that one.
Since the last show.
Jeez.
75 maybe?
Wow.
Yeah, we're almost up at 1,000.
That's impressive.
Nuts, man.
That's nuts. Hey, TikTok.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All you hookers.
All you hookers. Cheers
this one's
to you.
For you.
This is for you. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys too.
Are they into
the
music?
The show. No, it's just I like the show. I like what you guys say, and cool, man.
Absolutely. guys, don't ever be afraid to comment on what you think we should talk about. And also,
Yeah.
if you have any bands that we're not covering, I would stick to, I guess, the '80s metal scene. But if you
Mm.
want to talk about anything newer, things that are going out, anything that's underground, um,
The Kennedy Files,
absolutely, yeah.
yeah,
UFOs,
that too.
absolutely, man. Let's get it going.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, that's hot.
yeah.
That's
We
hot.
just before the
Our
last
first
episode, we were
1K.
in I think 800.
Wow. This is a man-made, as you can see, show. This is low level,
Yeah,
and it's going to stay low level too
yeah,
for a while.
yeah.
So we're not some high production,
No,
but
no.
we're moving up,
Yeah, to the east
moving
side.
on up
To the east side.
to a deluxe production on the side.
But yeah, these girls that are reaching out, dude, they're like
All right, do we have
25.
any legit like fans of the music coming out that you've noticed?
Yeah. There's a couple,
Okay, good.
but they're really young girls. But
Oh,
there's one I wish I could remember her name.
Toots.
I want to say Annie Mall.
I like her.
I might be wrong.
I like Annie
She
Mall.
might be a porn star. I don't know.
Nice.
So this girl's like definitely in her early 20s, mid 20s maybe,
We love you, Annie.
and she listens to nothing but like hair metal.
Beautiful.
And she does her hair like with all the.
Oh, she sprays it up.
She teases it up, and she has like the little leather mini skirts with the fingerless
Annie.
gloves.
You are a
Yeah,
Nikki
it's
Six
awesome.
girl.
I wish I could remember her name.
Oh, I like Annie. Your new Delta Kyle name is Annie Hall. Delta Nee. Love you, baby.
Flounder.
Why? Why not?
Yeah. I don't know.
that's
That keeps
cool,
coming to
man.
my head. Annie Mall.
I'll take it.
But it can't be right.
MAUL.
I think it's MOLL.
Nice. I wonder if she's related to the actress
Gretchen Mall.
Gretchen.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah, it could
Stranger
be.
Things.
Anything's possible.
Have you heard of oh my god, another tour? Kind of like I don't know what it was even called before. The Poison Def Leppard thing with Motley Crue. If you heard, and there might be another one with just a different set of bands. I want to Steelheart might get on that, but I don't think they're a band anymore. I think they're the Mike Show.
Well, I don't know. On the
who else wants to see
on the advertisement
anything
for
else
this
besides
Monsters of
Mike?
Rock cruise, it showed the whole band.
Okay. Well, Rats supposedly getting back together.
Yeah, dude. I like Rat. I like their music.
That's my guy. Those are my guys.
But I've seen them live a couple of times. And,
no, I'm not going to say they're good live.
No, they're not.
But you have to. Sorry,
okay.
You have to be a fan, a real fan, more than just the song "Round and Round" to really justify spending whatever they charge you. Because Steven, we love you. I love you. You're not a great lead singer.
Never was.
You never were. And I've seen too many clips of you hammered on stage. That's just no way to treat your fans. So whether you care or not, whether you don't like that comment or not, I don't care personally because it's also a business for the fans. It's a hard-earned money that they're putting on a hell of a show. But when it comes to the music, that first album, the second album, maybe elements of the next 3 or 4 albums, it was top-notch. And more so than that, Warren DeMartini is still a monster guitar player.
Yeah.
Absolute monster.
Yeah.
And the only thing I really, even besides the piercing stuff, and that's a band thing, that's, whatever you say, I always said they did Robin Crosby wrong. They just did Robin Crosby really wrong. Even with the fact that you don't know what AIDS really was in that time period and how it really spread, they just fucked my guy over.
Yeah.
And originally Rat, whether you knew it or not, is started by Robin Crosby. And then eventually Jakey Lee, which went on to fame with Ozzy Osbourne, he left, and then you get Warren DeMartini. And then obviously the rest of the band, and then Stephen Pearcy came on early also. But it's his band. It's a San Diego band started by Robin Crosby. Just to be the one that gets kicked out because you're sick, considering what Def Leppard did for their drummer, and he lost an arm.
Yeah.
You lost an arm. Yeah, you're still in.
Yeah,
Good.
you're still the
You're
drummer.
still a drummer. You got a little AIDS.
I don't know about
I don't know
that.
about you.
You might sweat on us.
Don't even look at me. And it's your girlfriend, one of the hottest girls at the time, Tony Katane, on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
Didn't Crosby date
Tony.
Lita Ford also?
I heard that, but I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
But Tony Katane also dated OJ. And when he was still trying to get back with her, OJ threatened Robin Crosby.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah, what a shocker.
Mm.
Tried to give him the shocker. Until he found out he had AIDS. All right, step back.
Yeah. I don't want none of his blood on me.
Oh, OJ says out.
Wow. So Robin Crosby was close to being Ron Goldman.
Yeah, Robin was a big boy, too. He's
Yeah,
a
he
6'4",
was a big
6'5" guy.
Like,
But
who was the drummer? Blotzer? Bobby Blotzer?
Blotz, yeah.
He was a big dude.
Yeah. But he's another one, like, just very agitated, angry.
Yeah.
Always going after the bass player. Like, it's the most, I think it was the most, even with Motley Crue, the biggest soap opera band. But they never reached that same heights as Motley. But they were big, though. They could have.
They definitely could have.
But Motley was just too notorious for drugs and dating famous women. So.
Yeah. Well,
hell of a time to be alive, bro. Or to be in a band on the Sunset Strip.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I couldn't even imagine. But you had, Motley Crue had Vince Neil, who was, he looked like a little Barbie doll.
Yeah, he was a Barbie.
And then you had Stephen Pearcy, who looked like the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's true. He was a surfer.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, surfers aren't, the best, whatever.
Yeah, he's an ugly dude.
He's not the most
perfect for the band.
Our mutual friend, I'm not gonna say my name, but you definitely know his biggest Kiss fan, as big as you, probably bigger. Said they were in line with his band back in the day. Mm-hmm. They're in line in New Haven for Kiss when Vinnie Vincent was in the band.
Yeah, okay.
And there's girls behind them. They wait hours to finally get there. They're real close. The girls are right behind them. They kind of like lean over it, and he hears one of them say, "Oh my God, he's ugly."
Oh, talking about Vinnie
Vincent. And he's just like, I know he heard. Like he had no reaction. And with the thing of the conversation, because he's gone trans. So Vinny's dead. He's gone the way of the Wachowskis and Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no wonder he was a part of the Kiss tour.
Yeah, he's not a good-looking dude. But, I mean, is Ace a good-looking guy?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
That's hence the makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, Vinnie Vincent.
Vinnie Vincent, yeah. But he could play, though. He was a great player.
Oh, yeah.
And let's get to a little Kiss trivia. We've had this discussion before. Who, outside of Ace, there may be better than Ace, who was the best guitarist in Kiss?
Oh, who's the guy that came after Ace?
I think it was Vinny.
After Vinny.
Mark St. John?
Bruce Kulick. Oh, no, he was the drummer.
Bruce Kulick was another guitar player.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
All right, so he's awesome. So the same guy we're talking about said it's definitely Mark St. John. Okay. But I can't remember the album he played on. But he played like this, always played vertical, like that, just rip it up and down. I think that's what cost him his gig, because he was like too flashy.
I think he came after Bruce.
He came after Bruce, really?
No, I don't know.
Is he one of the guys that passed, though? Or is it just Eric Carr?
No,
I don't remember the era he's in. Though. I don't know if he's licking up.
I don't know.
Tears Are Falling.
I don't remember.
Heaven's on Fire.
I still don't remember.
Damn. What's Vinnie Vincent?
I don't think I liked anything they did with
Nothing.
him. No.
Was it any kind of hit?
I don't think Vinnie Vincent had a hit with Kiss.
Let's put the X in 6.
I don't think so.
No.
And I think he wrote a lot of the stuff.
He did.
Yeah,
he wrote more.
That's why.
Yeah. Because did Ace write it, or was it always Paul and Gene back in the day?
I think when they first started, I think it was maybe not an equal amount of contribution, but kind of like the Beatles.
Okay.
Gene and Paul wrote most.
Majority.
Peter Criss had his say. Ace had his say. Had his songs.
Christine 16.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those are such good songs.
What an era, bro. What an era.
Oh, God.
Absolutely ridiculous when you compare it to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, you went to see the concert, and they were playing their instruments.
Yeah.
And actually singing.
Absolutely. And Paul can sing his ass off.
Yeah.
Sing his ass
Yeah.
off. And then there was another. Oh, so we talked about this, I think, before. If not, I've challenged anybody. We'll go to the audience. Look on Rolling Stone, any kind of chart music, whatever, and notice how many groups aren't there. It's all single artists, or it's Shakira. It's these one name groups.
Shakira, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's not a it's not there. It's so hard to find a group, even in country, which is doing monetarily really well. And is it just the end of groups now? Like record companies will not deal with groups.
I don't know. I'd have to guess that you get some studio musicians, and if you're the
It's easier to
writer,
deal with, right?
singer, solo artist, you're getting all the dough.
Right, because you're in house. You're
Yeah.
signing that to write me some
Yeah.
songs for my band.
I wrote the songs. I want to sing them.
Yep.
I don't need a band.
I definitely don't need a band.
So you,
Or I can't write. You give me songs, and I'll perform them the hell out of them.
like, what was his retard's name? Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy
Remember?
Ray,
He had
Billy
one
Ray.
song.
Achy breaky baby.
Achy breaky. And every time he performed, he
Twang
did
that
the
up.
same dance.
Yep. You got an achy breaky shaky.
Yeah.
Shaky breaky.
Yeah. Idiot. What a joke that was.
But it made so much money.
It did. It did.
Like, is that just that's just the record business? We're not in the business of music.
Right place, right time.
Yeah.
You know?
And it was on the cusp of, or was it before Garth Brooks? Friends in Low Places.
Oh, I think it was before Garth.
Before Garth?
Achy Breaky Heart is old.
But Friends in Low Places was too, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know what era. I don't know what.
I'm going to say it was 90s? Before. I'm going to say it was before Garth. That's
Garth.
my final answer.
That's my final.
Yeah.
Jeopardy answer. What is Garth Brooks? And had some of those shows, bro. He was playing stadiums.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
But country fans are really, really loyal. So there's a young guy, this guy at work, also a musician. He's a drummer. Makes his own drums, so he's definitely really skilled. And
he makes his own drums?
Makes his own drums, yeah.
Okay.
And, he's a coworker. And this guy was talking about some young artist. The only thing, you're not a big SNL guy, are you?
Was.
Do you know the story of the guy that was during COVID, young guy, and he was caught on video at some party with no mask, whatever, and they definitely had a mask policy at SNL, and it cost him his gig at SNL, so they had to bring in, the guy from the White Stripes to cover him, and then they had him back later, and because of that, the country fans were like, screw this, we're with you,
Yeah.
All his music went just sky high, and eventually they had him back, and it was like one of the highest rated because he was on, and he's like a 22, 23-year-old guy. Just forget his name. That's kind of like the story of him, but his music is pretty good. Like he actually gave a listen. It's not bad, but you go, New York's trying to tell the South what to do, type of thing. That whole Dixie thing. Yeah, F you. We're gonna not gonna wear masks, and we're not gonna wear condoms either. I like that.
Well, yeah, that I agree with.
That I agree with. But now there's a whole bunch of unwanted kids.
Were you a big condom guy?
I did in the Q's in definitely the later teen years, but it kind of went well. 20 something. It was not.
Yeah.
I those years it was a requirement, so you were going home alone. If you weren't,
the girls would require it.
Require it.
Really?
And I would say 23 on. Girls were like, no, you're good. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Do you have a condom? No.
No. You have saran wrap?
I have a sock.
I'm a chili pepper.
Yeah. I think I wore a condom maybe 5 times in my life.
Early, right?
Yeah. Like I'm shocked that nobody's knocking on my door. Oh, I'm your child.
My name's Fred.
Yeah. Or I never got any kind of STD. I never did.
And thank God.
Yeah.
Never STD. But you know what? I've had girls that years later did have one. And I was like, did I dodge a bullet? Or am I completely complete ignorant to this itching. Maybe I have allergies.
No, my balls are just dry. The skin's just
Completely
dry. That's
dry.
why I scratch them.
Flaking? What flaking? Thank you, baby. Yeah, she had an STD. Man.
Yeah. What did you
I
have?
think it was a spring break shake crabs.
Oh.
Remember that, guys?
Oh. Yeesh.
Got to destroy all your sheets.
Yeah.
Got to basically throw out all your drawers.
It's like having bed bugs on your balls.
Oh, the pinchers. The ball pinchers.
The pinchers. Did I ever tell you about back in the day there was this band based out of I want to say Bridgeport.
Okay.
They had a record out, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
So the singer actually got a gig singing with Loudness.
Oh, wow.
The Japanese dude.
Yeah.
And this dude was like blonde haired, white guy.
Japanese. Okay. So it's not the original.
So he goes from, being somewhat, I'll say somewhat famous in this area to now world tours.
Wow. And they were huge in Japan.
Oh, they were, yeah.
They were monsters.
Yeah. So he, when he came back, we were all sitting in a car outside of a club, probably smoking weed, who knows. And he was telling us that he got some kind of STD.
Jeez.
In his dick hole.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. Ow. Stop it.
The doctor had to go in with like I'll say a wire brush.
Rotoretta?
To break up the scabs.
Oh, come on. Stop.
And then went in with a swab to get the pus.
Pus?
And then went in with the medicine on a swab.
At that point, go trans. Cut it off.
Cut it off. Dude.
Are you serious, bro?
I'll never forget it as long as I live.
What do they call that?
Fucking
Dickopathy?
pain.
Dickopane?
Pain.
Oh, my God.
It didn't happen to him once on tour. It happened twice.
The same
exact thing.
Say it's got to be the same girl.
I don't think so.
No?
I think once he got it once, he was probably very susceptible to it.
Now, have you ever heard this? This is a tour thing.
Yeah.
So 44 is the big number in Syracuse. So there was a bar of 44s. We worked there.
Why? Who was 44?
44 was Jim Brown.
Okay.
Ernie Davis.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of Mike Owens, more modern. But it was a big deal. We were running back to get that number.
Okay.
So the owner of 44s was also a tour promoter. So he was the first one to ever tell me that Rob Halford was gay. I never believed him. It was 1989, 90, 91, somewhere in there. I was like, yeah, right. And he was like, you have to understand, like, he can't come out. But the whole leather thing, it's a joke in the gay community because they're laughing at these metal followers and it's all leather and we're thinking it's biking and it's underground gay clubs in London or wherever, in Europe. And it was just a big joke. Right. And the part of the joke was Freddie Mercury and Rob were good friends, so never lovers. But he's like, why don't you just come out as gay? And he's just like, you know I can't. He goes, well, and then he would joke, why don't you come out as gay? Like, you think there's anybody in North America that doesn't know I'm gay? Right. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
And so, like, this guy had like really, really big information. So he would never tell me the band. I don't think he would remember because he had no problem saying Rob was gay. But the guys in this particular band were famous at it's almost, I thought it was Striper, it's not Striper, where they were all with their girls. So they thought anal was not cheating. So legitimately thought it wasn't cheating. Like vaginal was cheating, anal wasn't.
Is it?
And well, let me tell you. So he goes, the singer was picking the alternative hole, and and I don't know how to say it. Like there was no condom, so there was that she wasn't evacuated enough, and there's a thin line.
Okay.
That still went inside his dick hole. And he caught, and he caught like just like they had to. I don't think that's what it is, but they describe it as that baseline, like a hot dog and split. You know how you split a hot dog and get up there to get the feces out of his cock. That
So it
stuff.
wasn't just a piece of corn.
No,
It was
way
actual
past it.
poop.
It was fecal material.
They cut the tip of
Because
his.
it was so the line underneath the penis had to be flayed.
Flayed.
Oh, I don't have a dick anymore. Just take
Oh
it.
my
Take
god!
it to get the fecal matter that had gone in there because she wasn't fully evacuated.
All right, I think that's officially worse than the guy I know getting a stick in his
the
dick.
stick dick.
Oh.
So the moral of the story is, ladies, evacuate.
Oh well,
Completely.
There's a lot of rules when it comes to.
There's a lot of rules to that area. And if your girl doesn't want to evacuate, there's nothing wrong if you want to go alternate places. But if she doesn't want to evacuate, then you
wear a condom.
Yeah.
Well, you got to expect that even with a condom, when you come out,
when you unload, you're unloading.
It's be,
dirty. Shit went in, but shit's coming out.
It's gonna be dirty. Yeah.
It's dirt.
I remember
dirt.
I remember I was with a chick and I had my finger in there.
I've never done that.
And I could
never. I'm sorry. I've thumbed. I've space invaded.
Yeah. 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 And I could feel like
you felt the lump?
The tip of the log. Yeah.
Oh, what'd you do?
I still did it.
Did you run?
No, I still did it.
Did you say smell this?
She was like, it's kind of uncomfortable.
Bet it is.
I was like, yeah, I bet it is.
You silly rabbit.
Yeah.
That's what
I was very drunk.
Did you go knuckle? First digit?
I would say second knuckle, but no more. Not a whole finger.
Okay.
And I could just feel like the tip of
top of it, right?
Yeah. I was like, all right.
I'm what do they call it? I'm hedgehogging it here.
I felt the turtle head.
I'm groundhog a turtle head here. Something bit me. Oh my god. That determines everything's perfect. This is the love of my life. There's a turtle head in there one day.
God forbid.
Does that ruin the marriage proposal?
Absolutely does. Yeah. If I am or was ever with a woman that I cared anything about and felt poop in her butt.
Poopy? But where else are you going to feel it, though?
You're not, but still. I'm not coming back. Me, I mean, I've walked out twice because the girl was too big for me.
Too big. She's wide?
Too big.
Was she nice, though?
They both were. It was two girls in my life. They were both really nice. I liked them both, but they were just too big. And when I started it, I was like, I can't. That, and then I walked out on two women because they had a long hair on their areola.
Oh, they had the comb over?
Yeah. Yeah. That freaks me out. That complete, because when you're there, you're like, and then you get like the hair in your mouth. You're like,
you gotta go hold still.
Yeah.
Lost that out.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
Can you take care of that? Like, can you bite it?
Of course, yeah, but then who knows where it's gonna go? It might be in your mouth for like the next 15 minutes. Yeah.
So you want to hear this walk out, bro? It's terrible.
You?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay.
I would never.
You would never walk out on a girl.
I would never be.
No
this
matter
mean.
how dirty she was,
bro. So this is so mean. So typical drummer, no couth whatsoever, and the girl absolutely loved him. So
yeah.
So I don't remember Mike's last names, but his real name is Mike. He'll never see this. But a redheaded drummer. So now he's got two strikes.
Well, that narrows it down.
But he went into the dark side with drugs and everything. And I think this girl was getting him drugs. So it was kind of like a Sid and Nancy without being dramatic. And she wasn't really big, but thick, fair. Is that nice way to say it? Sort of.
Well, thick, curvy, or
curvy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Voluptuous.
Nothing wrong with that.
Voluptuous and really cute face too. Had an absolutely beautiful face. So I hear about it from her girlfriend. She was absolutely like just horrified of that. So he's doing the alternative hole, right? And so bad, and he doesn't have a condom, and he finishes
okay
inside,
all right,
and she evacuated right there. She couldn't control. So she had like a vanilla wafer bar come out. An ice cream sandwich came out. And he flipped out on her. Like, obviously, he hit a tremor or something.
He loosened up the sphincter muscle.
Yeah. And the sphincter couldn't control.
And couldn't hold anything in.
She put out a bomb pop.
Was
right
it
on the bed?
Was it diarrhea?
Yeah.
Oh.
And but they liked each other. They'd gone out. Like,
even after that.
She carried equipment. No, he abandoned
shit. Yeah, you have to.
And she was completely freaked out and everything like that. So her girlfriend was friends with the girls that we know in our dorm. And these girls were like, how could it be like you guys are friends with him? I go, oh, that was really bad, but it couldn't have been that bad. And she goes, it's probably worse, and she's just not telling us. I was like, well, she sprayed? Like she roto-rooted?
Was it explosive diarrhea?
Like the doing the lawn. But I don't think it's enough to break up. You keep that between you two.
No.
You got on it.
Okay, so if you were with a girl that you liked, obviously before you were married.
Yes.
If you were.
Oh, teenage stuff.
Or whatever.
Early 20s.
You reach your orgasm and you shit the bed. Do you still go?
Do. Yeah.
Do you still go back?
I shat the bed.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Okay,
Did
maybe
you knuckle deep me?
Nope. Maybe you just didn't eat something. Maybe you go out to dinner.
Right.
You ate something that didn't agree with you.
Okay.
You go back. You still want to have sex.
Of course.
But your stomach's at the point where
you heard some bubbling.
Don't fart.
Don't ever fart. No.
It might come out different.
Yeah, you might have a different result.
So when you have orgasm, you're like, and it comes out, but it's leaky.
Ooh.
Do you still go back, or do you?
Does she know?
Of course, it's her bed.
By smell or by sight? Or both?
Both.
Ooh, I can't go back.
No, you can't go back, right?
Go back.
So?
But I said,
yeah.
She wrote a root.
Well, yeah.
Maybe she hit him.
No.
Call one on the chest. Make it into a tattoo. My girl's an artist.
Mom.
Holy crap.
So you wouldn't go back if you pooped in some girl's bed?
Because she's never going to forgive. She's going to tell somebody.
Right.
They're all chatty.
So now all her friends are off limits now.
Oh, there's Rod the Shitter?
Now
I can't. Can't live that down in a dorm.
So now you got to find a whole bunch of new people to hang out with.
Absolutely. I got to join a frat. That's acceptable.
Rod the Shitter.
Rod the Shitter. Your Delta Town name is Shitter.
Every party you go to after that, hey, don't drink too much, Shitter.
Or they treat you like Norma Cheers. Shitter. That's terrible.
Yeah. That's the worst.
That's the worst. Did
I ever tell you the story when I went out when I was online dating? I went out with the girl for the first time and I peed my pants.
In her room?
No. We were out.
Just drunk?
No. I was taking certain medication at the time. It was a water pill.
Oh, that's
so when I had to pee, it was like I had to go.
Like you can't wait in a line to go.
Correct. So we were at some place. It was upstate New York somewhere. And I'm like, I said, you know what? I'm going to go put more money in the meters for our cars. He's like, all right. So I go out of the place. I walk through the parking lot, and it hits me. All right, I'm like, all right, I got to pee. So I'm like, all right, when I get inside, I'll just go to the bathroom. So I go to the meter, pay the spaces, whatever. Now I'm like,
it's that fast?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So now I'm like dancing. I'm like, all right, let me just go in front of my truck. It was dark.
Yeah.
I'll go in front of my truck and I'll pee. So I'm walking to my truck and you feel like,
oh,
the first me, man. So I'm trying to zip it down and take everything out and it starts.
Oh.
But I don't realize. So now I'm peeing. I'm like, it was like so good. So I zip up. I come out from the front of my truck. Now I'm in the lights, and I got a fucking wet stripe
Oh,
maybe like
no.
3 inches wide.
You're not wearing black?
No, I'm wearing
White?
blue jeans,
Blue
whatever.
jeans, yeah.
A 3-inch thick stripe of pee
Oh,
from my nutsack down to my ankle.
showing.
Yes.
Oh,
So I'm standing by my truck. I'm like, how long will this take to dry?
Leave her?
So I'm like, all right. What am I gonna do?
I got arrested.
What am I gonna do? So I'm thinking, when I was in there earlier, she went to the bathroom and came out and told me about the sink in the women's room. It's like very small and deep dish, and the water sprays out, whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I can use that.
Right.
So I walk into place by all these people trying to,
Dance
sideways.
through, yeah.
I go into the bathroom. I'm standing there, and I got the hand dryer.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not working.
Oh, it didn't work.
So I'm like, fuck it. I go back out.
You should have played on the other leg.
Just dump
water on the other leg.
So I walk out, and she's sitting. She's like, what happened? I was like, the fucking men's room has the same sink.
Same sink.
I went to wash my hands. The water shot out, went all over me.
Scooped.
And she bought it. She bought it.
Angel. She's a complete angel.
And she blew me.
Hey! I knew she was an angel.
Oh, man. I was freaking out. I'm like, I'm covered in piss.
For the night, too, on a date.
On a first date.
First date.
First date.
You're trying to impress, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, baby. We'll never come back here again.
These fucking sinks.
Damn sinks. Better if we just go outside together.
Let me pee on you.
Let's go straight to water sports.
Yeah. I think I actually did pee on you.
There's so many things out there from a band perspective with, I'll just say the opposite sex, that it's, do you really think it's just because you play an instrument, or they really like the music? Because some of the stuff we got away with is some of it I thought was maybe criminal. Especially there was a couple guys in the band that were legitimate, like really, like girls were really go after them. It had nothing to do with the band, like they were quote unquote the hot guy or whatever. And those guys were like degenerates with girls.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
Yeah.
At the time I didn't say, because I had to fight for the aspect.
I think the style of music you play has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. We were definitely doing hard rock.
Yeah.
Hard rock, and then obviously remember the Cult.
Yeah.
That electric stuff like that. So more of like an AC/DC sound.
And I think if you play different styles, the different styles of music attracts different kinds of women. I think. Yeah. I never really played anything else, but
the one song that we played heavier than it was supposed to be was do you know a lot of U2?
No.
You know a song called Wire? It's off the same album. The album right before Where the Streets Have No Name.
I'm gonna say no.
It's got MLK on it, and it's a typical Edge song. It's not really distorted, but we played it like aggressively.
Okay.
Girls love U2.
Yeah.
And then they love that song too. And I was like, that's what got us really a lot of attention from the opposite sex.
Right.
And it was great too because we played early, and whoever wasn't drawn to the band would really draw to the band.
Okay.
And then we hit them with stuff like
the
Cult.
Yeah. And
we always did You Really Got Me, Van Halen version.
Get them in and keep them in.
Yeah, absolutely. And we didn't play many ballads, but another ballad we played that people seemed to really like, not a lot of people knew, was People Get Ready. Rod Stewart, Jeff Beck version. And that's a Curtis Mayfield song. And again, it's another song, our other guitar player, Tommy, man, he had all the effects on that, and it just sounded like a spaceship.
Yeah.
And I would just play these like kind of like R&B-ish chords, and it was another one as a ballad. Really went over really well. And the end result wasn't like a freak show effort, but sometimes the end result was like
almost criminal.
Like we should really think about taking this beyond.
We should be on some kind of watch list.
We should. Government at the very least.
Yeah. and now I'm thinking about it. I don't remember any difference between the time that we played original music and then the cover. Even playing original music that obviously nobody knew on a Wednesday night in New York City at 11 o'clock at night, it didn't matter.
But the people that were there knew it sounded good, though, right?
Yeah, they liked it, and it
absolutely.
didn't matter whether we played a Motley Crue or some original song. They didn't care.
That's awesome.
They didn't care.
Did you ever play Glamores in Brooklyn?
Oh man,
That's real heavy club.
Around here, I want to say yeah.
That's awesome.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
You play Long Island?
Yeah, we play everywhere. Yeah. I remember one night we went out, not play, but we went out. We went to Sundance.
Oh yeah,
out there in Long Island.
Absolutely.
So we went out there. It was a weekend, and when we walked in, I think there was 5 of us. That made 10 people in Sundance. It was a ghost town.
Who's playing?
Who knows? Yeah. Nobody big. It was like who knows who it was.
Yeah.
I remember going into the bathroom and there was like 3 inches of water in the bathroom. Oh. So and there, it's in. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's in a very desolate highway. There's nothing there.
Okay. No, I've never been there. Though.
All right. So I'm driving. So we pull out. Now, it's like being in the desert, bro. There's nothing there. Especially at night, you can't see shit. I pull out. This cop comes out of nowhere, pulls me over.
License registration.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right. So he gets me out of the car. Standing there. The dude had such an attitude. So now he pulls my drummer, out of the car. So now Ryan has
pulling out passengers?
Mm-hmm. Ryan has astigmatism in his eyes. They're always jumping around. So the cop's yelling at him. What the fuck are you on? He's like, nothing. He goes, I have astigmatism in my eyes. Fuck you. He's ripping everything. He throws him on the back of my trunk. He's ripping everything out of his pockets, throwing it in the street.
Shit.
What the fuck are you on? He was like, I'm not in anything.
Wow.
So he tells everybody to get out of the car. Now, this dude's by himself in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
He pulls all the guys out of the car. And he turns his back and he's talking to me. And I see the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like kind of looking at each other. And I'm like, oh, no. We can't go down this road.
Oh, they're planning?
Yeah. I'm like, we can't go down this road.
He does have a gun, guys.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It was like 4 other dudes behind him. And I was like, all right, so could you just put everybody back in the car? There's nothing in the car, whatever. So he brings me back to the police car to give me the ticket.
For what? What'd you do?
Not signaling. Coming out of the parking lot.
All that for not signaling. Well, it's a different set of rules. What, 1980 something?
Yeah, oh, yeah. There was 3 cars in the parking lot pulling onto this desolate, pitch black highway.
You saw Connecticut plates on it.
Oh, it could be, yeah. So I say to him, I say, my father is a cop for a long time. I said, what you did tonight, I said, it was very dangerous for you. You had everybody out of the car behind you. I was like, you should never do that again. Don't you fucking tell me. Okay.
Really?
Right, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was my Sundance experience. Wow. Never went back.
They must do that all the time, too.
Probably. Yeah, but L'Amour's and
all those,
the clubs in the Cat Club and
absolutely.
All those fucking places.
L'Amour's is a big club for White Lion.
Oh, yeah. I remember the Cat Club. There was these 2 girls that we all met before, I think when we went to sound check, set up and sound check. So we go back. Now we're all dressed with the hair and the fucking makeup and shit, eyeliner. So the dressing room is about as big as this table. The card table. So now one of the guys comes back. He's like, yo, those 2 girls from before? I'm like, yeah. I was making out with them. He goes, I'm going to fuck them both. And then one of the guys in the band is like, oh, yeah? Well, they just got finished sucking my dick. How's my dick taste? Oh my God!
Does that start the brawl?
No, not a brawl, just laughing fest. Yeah, yeah.
You dictate in a sentence.
Oh my God, dude! I had so much fun back then. Just every day was an adventure. Every single day.
I can imagine pre-gig and post-gig.
Yeah. And we were together every day because we practiced every night.
Yep.
Holidays didn't matter. We were together every single day of every year.
Now, what was the big Connecticut club then for rock?
Back then, there was a club called Baby J's in Black Rock, right off the highway, right off 24 there.
Okay.
they had all the big bands there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that guy, Frank, I can't think of his last name. He was the owner, and Baby J was his daughter that I think he wasn't
Oh, it
allowed
was
to
named
see.
after her? Oh, wow.
That's Angel Eyes
Oh,
is
really?
about her.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So we wrote a song also about her. But this guy, Frank, the owner of the club, was kind of the manager when they were Red Alert
Okay.
before Steel Heart was Steel
Before
Heart.
Steel Heart, right.
Yeah.
Before Frank, too, or no? I think Frank joined Red Alert. No, I think Frank was only Steel Heart.
I know. I think Frank was. You know what? I don't remember.
Right.
That was a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the club was huge. Huge.
Was it kind of like a Toad's place or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge. Big stage. Big backstage area.
Wow.
Yeah, that was, I think, the first gig I ever played was there.
Did you have a big crowd?
Yeah.
Nice.
Afterwards, there was people asking for my autograph. I was like, what? What? You want my autograph? What?
Autograph?
What?
Baby's not mine. Not
Yeah.
tricking me again.
We're at 53.
We're at
probably
53.
54 minutes, yeah.
What do you think, co-producer?
Co-producer.
Do you need to give the signal?
So
the brother needs sound effects.
Oh my God, that was funny. All right, so let's we'll wrap it up. I think.
Wrap it up, absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Always, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
TikTok, thank you for showing up and supporting us. Yeah.
Now, listen, the rules going forward, TikTok. If you have any suggestions, please put that in. If you have any comments of this show or any past shows, please let us know, positive and negative. You know what you want to hear.
Yeah, you're not gonna hurt our feelings.
Yeah, definitely not gonna hurt our feelings. Anything you guys have to say. No, just
yeah.
You guys just let us know what we can do to make it a better listening and viewing experience.
Yeah. And all you escorts out there, keep contacting me. I love it.
We love it.
I love it. You're all the hot as balls.
Of course.
Yeah.
Balls hot.
Balls hot.
Volcanic.
And I love it. Just everybody keep reaching out like you are.
Yep.
And I think I respond to everybody.
We try to, right?
I'll tell you the ones I don't respond to.
Which one?
I get contacted by 15 Charlie Hunnams.
Oh.
You know, Jax from Sons of Anarchy, the actor.
Yeah.
15 of them. I got the fake Ava Adams.
Oh,
I showed you that picture.
Yeah,
it was clearly not
did.
Ava Adams, but she
was similar.
She looked a lot like her, but clearly wasn't her.
Ava.
And who else? Liam Neeson.
We have Liams in the game?
I'm friends with like 10 Liam Neesons.
Jeez.
And about 5 Julian Lennons.
Oh. Do you think we're Beatlesque?
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
It's
clearly not him, but it's okay.
Should we learn the words of a lot? Sing it back.
Sing it back, yeah.
Sing it back. Sing Imagine to him.
So yeah, just keep reaching out. I love interacting with all you call girls.
Oh, quick question.
Yeah.
Any word from our first porn star or fake porn star?
No. Abella?
Abella.
No.
There's no danger?
There's no danger in
Abella.
Man. Nah. She's kind of disappeared from TikTok, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it because of us?
I'm sure. No.
We got rid of the danger?
No, the ones I see all the time now who are all over is Cherie DeVille.
Is that a big one?
She's very popular. Ava Adams.
Yep. We're famous.
Yeah, there's a couple more that are on all the time. Yeah.
Wow.
We're famous.
Yeah.
Guys. So again, if you like what you see, what you hear, thumbs up.
Please, thumbs up.
Like us. Comment. Call girls. Still reach out to me. I love it.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll negotiate.
Yeah.
We'll negotiate one of the producers' bachelor
party.
Oh. What do you think of that?
When is that? When is that going to happen?
Oh, you won't admit.
Did you buy a ring yet?
You won't admit.
No, not yet.
He'll make one before that.
Not a ring yet.
No.
How old are you? 26.
That's a good year.
Yeah.
It's a good year to learn how to make.
A couple more years, probably. How long you been with this girl? 5 months.
That's when it happens. That's when the magic happens.
That's when the magic happens. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we'll reach out to some of you escorts when that day comes.
And no funny business. Just we're there to have a good time.
For conversation.
Conversation. Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Getting them.
Yes. What does the brother What did he say?
Oh man.
What did he say? What'd you say? What?
No,
What was it?
give it to him.
What? Give what?
The hashtag. The
Oh,
line.
the hashtag. The hashtag is. Thank God for the brotherhood.
Oh man.
What is it?
You made it up. How did you forget?
That's why, because I come up with new stuff. Oh, we have spoken. So listen, we'll edit all that out one day.
Yeah, no.
So the brotherhood has spoken,
Yeah.
and we will speak to you again.
We will.
We say ciao.
Peace.